Alright, so I don't think that this is going to be part of the vlog because I have a couple things that I wanted to talk about, a couple of big things coming up in my life, and I just want to say, a lot of stuff in this video. So this is going to be kind of like an update video on where my life is heading right now, and yeah. So, as of last night, which was May 15th, 2025, I officially have a professionally recorded song, which is Summer Days. It was released 5 years ago when I was actually dating Parker. But like I said, I think in previous videos, I didn't want his name associated with it anymore, so we, added some new instruments, some new tunes, some new lyrics, only like one new lyric, but, we remixed it, remastered it, and it is so cool to actually, have a song, and it is going to be on streaming platforms, Spotify, YouTube, iTunes, all that, and I'm so excited that I'm actually going to have a song, on a streaming service, because it's, what I've always wanted to do, since I was a kid. And so I just want to thank my team for helping me. They're called Rain Cat Recording Studio, and their names are Brian and Jeff, and they have been so great and so helpful. And no, I am not done with my music. So I want to talk about that in a bit, but I also want to talk about a couple of the other things that I've got coming up in my life. So, also, as of last week, I have this big binder here. And in this binder contains all the information on training to become a licensed agent to sell insurance, home and auto insurance. So if you guys don't know, I actually work for an insurance company. I'm the receptionist. I'm not a licensed agent, I'm the receptionist. So basically I answer calls and forward them to their account managers, and I take care of the mail. Sometimes I take care of books, but they also have to go through, a licensed agent to be able to send them out to who needs them, stuff like that. And I take care of emails, certain emails. So I actually do a lot at work, but so basically the thing was, when I got hired, my boss said, well, yeah, we want to start you off in the reception role because we need a receptionist. And I don't know what this is on here, but it's driving me nuts. There's a stain on my... Anyway, she said after 4 months she wanted to get me started training to get my license, which is going to take, I think, 3 months, because I have to take classes. So I'm not actually in classes yet, but I do have the binder to study what I need to study. So by the time that I do get into classes, I'll pretty much know what I'm doing and pass the class, get my agent's license, and be able to sell insurance hopefully by the end of this year. So I'm excited for that. I guess I can talk about dance a little bit. So dance has been one of the things that has been... Dance used to be one of the most important things in my life. And I don't want to stop dancing. Don't get the wrong idea. I love to dance, and I'm still planning on dancing, for as long as I possibly can. However, it's kind of been not at the same level of priority that it has been for, the last 10 years, honestly. When I came down here and went to the studio, my full intention was to train until I was able to get into the professional company. And lately it just feels like I'm never going to get there. And I'm going to brush my hair while I do this, because honestly I think my hair looks awful. And since I've started recording music and everything, that has become significantly important to me, to work on my music as well as my dance. So I'm not going to leave dance, but it does not have as high of an importance as it used to. It's still very important to me, and I still go to class every week, or at least I try to. Usually I go to class every week. We actually have a show coming up in officially less than a month now, as of Wednesday. So June 14th is our big show, and Fun fact, I actually prefer the Christmas shows to the June shows because the Christmas show, I'm a Christmas person, so I really like Christmas and I like the songs and the pretty costumes, and I also got to sing last year at Christmas, which was great. I don't get to sing this year in June, so, but because I'm also recording songs, maybe I can also sing more often at the studios, or at the studio performances. I don't know, maybe she'll even let me sing with company since she doesn't want me to be a dancer on company. Maybe I could sing. I don't know. Who knows? There's just so many options for opportunities to pop up. So that is kind of what's going on with dance. I have one more full week of dance and work. And then it's Memorial Day. And then Tuesday I have class, I believe. But then I'm leaving that Friday to go home to Vermont. So I think I've talked about this a couple times, but I'm leaving to go to Vermont, and I'm very excited to see my dad and my dog and my friends at church and my family, and go to camp and go to a dance class at my original studio. So there's a lot of things going to be happening in Vermont. I have literally a schedule down to the T, literally right to the hour, basically. Of what we're going to be doing while we're in Vermont. My mom's coming with me. My cat is coming with me. Yes, Paco is going. And then we'll be back on June 10th at some point in the day. And then June 11th, June 10th I actually have rehearsal too. Because we actually have a show that week. Obviously, like I said, the 14th is the show. And then I actually get back in the recording studio that week as well. So it's going to be a heck of a week when I get home. The next thing to talk about is, I guess, Disney? Short and sweet. We're going to Disney again tomorrow for the day. We wanted to go to Epcot, buy some treats from different countries because we haven't really tried any foods from different countries because, I guess we're pure American. But I wanted to try a few snacks because I actually watch Paging Mr. Morrow on YouTube. He's one of my favorite Disney YouTubers. And I love watching him. He's so funny, and I really hope that I get to meet him at some point, but I think right now he's doing a whole lot of traveling, so I don't expect to see him tomorrow when I go. Actually, I think he's in Disneyland right now, so probably not going to meet him at Disney World. Nonetheless, Epcot. And we're going to Disney Springs, too, to do a little bit of shopping, because there's a dress that I really want. My mom wants a tiara, so there is that. June 1st is my dad's birthday. Just thought I'd bring that up. And Paco's. Is there anything else I want to talk about before I get into my music? I don't think so. I think that's about it. So my music. So yes, I have a recorded song. I said that in the beginning, and I'm very excited. Very excited. It's very cool. But, like I said, I am not done with music, and I don't know at this point if I ever want to be, because it is so much fun, and it's so cool. The whole experience is really awesome. So I actually started writing another song. Actually, the song, it's done. We just have to work out the chords, and then obviously record everything, and then master it. So it's going to be a work in progress, and this is probably going to be, I'd say, at least July, if not August, by the time this is released, because as much as I'd love to be in the studio all the time, I can only afford going once every 2 weeks, but it's also the fact that they fill up really, really quick. So today's May 16th, and I actually don't get to go again until June 12th. So that's almost a whole month that I'm not going to be in the recording studio. So that's, like I said, I am recording music, but it's going to be released fairly slowly just because of the timing situation. But I wanted to talk a little bit about this song that's coming out. This will be my next song that's coming out. No one's ever heard it before. It's actually freshly written, a month ago. Maybe a little more than that, but it's freshly written, and I feel like I have to sneeze. It is a country song, so it's not it's kind of like pop country, and it's not an exciting, happy-go-lucky, yay country song either. basically the backstory behind this song is, you know, life's not the same anymore, and I talk about the things that I did when I was a kid, and then, you know, towards the end of the verses I go, well, now we're working all day, we're in bed by 8, you know, childhood dreams are put on hold, and people can be mean, and so, you know, those are actually a couple of lyrics. Not that people are mean, but it actually says people can be so cold. You know, like as in like me. But so I'm excited. We actually got started on this song last night. We finished Summer Days, and then we worked on this song for about 40 minutes, and we already have the first verse and the chorus pretty much done. The second verse is, I listened to it. They sent me a version of it where it goes verse, chorus, and then they muted the second verse to see if the chords are the same or if we need to work on them. And actually, I just tested it out a couple minutes ago, and they were basically the same. So I think it'll work out just fine. So basically, the only thing that we're going to really need to work on when we get back is the bridge. And then, you know, we have to put all the instruments together, and then I have to do vocals. So it'll still be a process, and it still probably won't be released until at least August. And then I get to start working on Christmas songs because I'm going to have to, given how often I actually go into the studio. That is basically about it, but I am going to keep releasing music, you know, as often as I can, and for hopefully a while, because I really, really love doing it, and I really love my team. They're so great. I'm still going to be dancing, so that's not going to go anywhere. I'm just going to be, I feel like if I have to focus on one thing or the other, I feel like I'm probably going to focus more on my music, because I just feel like it's more of a thing that I want to do right now. And maybe I need a small break from dance, or at least the pressure of dance. I don't want to take a break from dance itself, but I want to take a break of the pressure of like, oh my god, I have to be perfect so that I get into company, you know, like that kind of sort of thing. So, but anyway, I guess that's about it. And I know that this video was really long, but like I said, I had a lot to talk about and a lot of updates, and now you can continue with your regularly scheduled vlogs. I'm sure there will be an Epcot vlog out probably Sunday, and I'll see you guys soon.